Good morning and welcome to the KTV newscast for Monday, October 2nd, 2017.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Put your hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Catellanites. It's going to be a marvelous Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend, and I hope you're going to have a great day. All right, there's a lot of stuff going on, so make sure you listen to the announcements, and then stay tuned after the announcements because I will come on and introduce today's motivational movie. All right, and it's one that everybody needs to listen to and everyone needs to pay attention to. With that, here is the rest of your morning news. There you go.
Too busy over here cracking the whip.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Yeah. Go ahead. Start.
You want to go first?
You want to hold that or?
Oh, go ahead. Thank you. So, guys, this week in the College and Career Center on Wednesday, we will have UCI, University of California, Irvine will be here. And then on Thursday, we will have Hope International University, which is a private school. It's right across the street from Cal State Fullerton. So please stop by this week, Wednesday and Thursday during lunch in the College and Career Center. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So just want to let everyone know, on October 11th, which is next Wednesday, we have the PSAT for juniors, we have the ASVAB for juniors, all sophomores will be taking the PSAT, and then for seniors, if you've designated yourself as a four-year college-bound student or a two-year college-bound student, we're going to be having an event for you on that day. In fact, on October 11th, for the four-year bound students, this is what we kind of talk about as our four-year college application rollout. So we're going to be going over all the details of the four-year college, both the UC application, the Cal State application, and I'll be talking about the Common App as well, and the process for asking for letters of recommendation. So this is a really important day for seniors. For those that are not going to a four-year, the two-year bound students, you'll also be having a set of presentations to kind of help you, kickstart this year in terms of applications. One thing that's really important I need to let you know, if you're a senior who's applying to a Cal State, today, or actually yesterday, was the first day the application opened. I'm going to ask you not to start the application. Do not start the application, because we're going to show you how we can do the application on October 11th that will automatically populate all your classes into the application, so you don't have to do all that work. But if you start the application without our assistance, you're going to do more work than you need to. So I'm going to ask, if you're Cal State bound, do not start your application, even though you can. Trust me on this. We'll get it done really fast if you just trust me and do not start it until we instruct you to do so on October 11th. And then if you're a UC bound student, you can go ahead and look at your application and do what you need to do, look at your personal insight questions and all that. But for Cal State bound, do not start the application. The other thing I want to bring to your attention, this is for all students, October 24th is the District College and Career Fair. This is a really great opportunity for students to go and learn more about colleges and what's available. So this is open to freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors as well, who are still trying to make those decisions on where to go. So keep the calendar for yourself open on October the 24th. That's a Tuesday. We do have buses that will take you there, so if you don't have transportation, it's a really great opportunity for you just to learn more about what's available to you after high school. So with that being said, that's really all I have.
Some of the universities that you guys are asking for to come over to our school, if they're not available, they always go there. So
yeah,
make
it's a
sure
huge
you
event.
Go to that event. And also, we forgot about this week.
Yeah.
Wednesday and Thursday, Mr. Gompert and myself will be going out to the classroom. Seniors, please remember, I asked you guys last week to memorize your social security number. That was your homework this week, and I hope you all did that. Also, those of you that still need to fix your name, remember your name needs to match with the school data exactly as it's written on your social security card, or else we're going to have issues later on. So let's try to avoid that. Make sure and make those name changes and memorize your social security number. It's very important.
Take a picture of it and have it in your phone if you need to. Don't bring your card though, but just take a picture. And if you don't have a social security number, that's okay.
Yes.
There's a process for that as well, and we'll talk about it on that day, so don't stress. But if you do have one, make sure you get it committed to memory.
Yes.
All right.
Now here is your book.
Okay, yearbook, yeah.
Hey Knights, so senior portraits have started today and they will be going on through Wednesday. So hopefully you've made an appointment, because if not, you will not get your yearbook quote in there.
Also, yearbook prices will go up after this Friday, so get them now.
And next up is ASB.
Hey Knights, I just want to thank everybody who came out to the blood drive last Thursday.
In case you didn't know, for every pint of blood you guys donated, you saved 3 lives. And if you couldn't make it out to this blood drive, you can make it out to the next one, which is in winter.
Next up is Make-A-Wish.
Hey Knights, I'm Bianca.
And I'm Shanti, and we're from Make-A-Wish. Tomorrow there will be a Raising Cane's fundraiser from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
15% of your purchase will be donated to the Make-A-Wish Club, so please come out and support. And next up is
Word of the Day.
The word of the day is purchase.
Purchase is a verb meaning to buy something. Christina went to purchase a water bottle.
Disneyland is asking for nominations for their Dreamer and Doers program. This program honors students who take action to improve their community. Students can self-nominate by completing the application online. This is a great opportunity to honor some Catella Knights that work hard to make their world a better place. See Ms. Becker for more information.
Students, Pink Ribbon Club member meeting on Tuesday at lunch in Ms. Soki Lopez's room 2-215. Please come pick up your fundraiser item and sign up for Shoot for the Cure committee.
And now Dr. Carpenter with a motivational video.
All right, folks, this morning our motivational video is about ownership. And you've got some questions that are going to ask you about ownership and what that is. You know, I think a lot about this because every day I have interactions with people. I mean, we've got about 10,000 people who end up being involved with our school in some capacity or another. And, you know, 2,700 students, 200 employees. I mean, right there's 3,000, add in all the parents. And you know what seems to stand out to me when we're having conversations about accountability, and teachers, put that word on the board, please, accountability, what it is, how it ties in with responsibility and ownership. For example, I'll have a discussion with somebody about the way they're dressed. It's not appropriate. And they get upset with me because I am working to hold them accountable. It's just like in your classroom, teachers, where someone is being disruptive and you call them out and say, hey, we need to calm down, and they get upset with you. It's like when parents get upset with their children and they're grounded, and then the children get upset with the parents. And that's what this video is about today. It's about taking responsibility for your actions. And then we've got to remember, when we get to a point where we're being held accountable, how did it ever get there? We never go back to say and look at what happened. We got up in the morning and we came to school, we have a confrontation, but when did it start? What was that critical point that the conflict or the lack of ownership or blame, if you will, when did that kick in? And if we just really thought about keeping it simple, we wouldn't have half of the problems that we do. When you fail a class, I've seen students fail a class and they blame the teacher. I've seen students get into conflicts at school and they blame the other person, and nobody ever looks within themselves. So that's what today's motivational video is about. It's about 4 minutes long, and you're going to have plenty of time for discussion. So here we go. Enjoy.
War is hell. But war is also an incredible teacher, a brutal teacher. And it teaches you lessons that you will not forget. During an operation that I was in charge of, when all hell broke loose, we had multiple units out on the battlefield fighting the enemy. We had friendly Iraqi soldiers, we had U.S. Army soldiers and U.S. Marines, along with small elements of my SEAL team. And then the fog of war rolled in, with its confusion and chaos and mayhem, and with its gunfire and enemy attacks and screaming men and blood and death. And in that fog of war, through a series of mistakes and human error and poor judgment and Murphy's Law and just plain bad luck, a horrendous firefight broke out. But this firefight, it wasn't between us and the enemy. This firefight, tragically, was between us and us. Friendly forces against friendly forces. Fratricide. The mortal sin of combat. And the most horrific part of war. And when it was over, and the fog of war lifted, one friendly Iraqi soldier was dead. 2 more were wounded. One of my men was wounded. The rest of my SEALs were badly shaken. And it was only through a miracle that no one else was killed. And then I told them that there was only one person at fault for what had happened. There was only one person to blame. And that person was me. I am the commander. I am the senior man on the battlefield, and I am responsible for everything that happens. Everything. And I will tell you something, it hurt. It hurt my ego, it hurt my pride to take the blame. But I also knew that to maintain my integrity as a leader and as a man, I had to take responsibility. And in order to do that, I had to control my ego so that my ego did not control me. And when a team takes ownership of its problems, the problems get solved. And that is true on the battlefield, it is true in business, and it is true in life. So I say, take ownership. Take extreme ownership. Don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person or any other thing. Get control of your ego. Don't hide your delicate pride from the truth. Take ownership of everything in your world, the good and the bad. Take ownership of your mistakes. Take ownership of your shortfalls. Take ownership of your problems. And then take ownership of the solutions that will get those problems solved. Take ownership of your mission. Take ownership of your job, of your team, of your future, and take ownership of your life.